All right, guys, I am done with dinner. I just had some ground lamb with some full fat cottage cheese, some Redmond's real salt, a little bit of garlic powder, and a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. It was pretty good. So it's pretty nice out here today. There is some smoke in the air, of course, from the Canadian fires. But this is part of what I do on the carnivore diet or carnivore lifestyle. We don't just sit around because we sit around in the truck enough when we're driving. So part of this challenge is getting out and getting exercise. Now, I don't mean going into calisthenics and uh, doing all this running and stuff. No, I'm just talking taking a simple walk. I just got done eating about 10 minutes ago. And the whole thing about you got to wait 30 minutes before you exercise after eating, bunch of BS. If anything, that's for swimming. But just walking, just taking a nice brisk walk, you can do that. I do it all the time. So, part of this July challenge coming up, if you're going to do that with me, is we're going to be out walking around. That's what you do. Where did I get that idea from? That was watching For Ig No Freedom, Dante. And you've seen what kind of shape he's gotten into. And he pretty much walks. He does a lot of walking. Kudos to you if you're watching this, Dante. I got my inspiration to walk from you. So, as you can see, it's just an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful day today. You've got the sun in the background there with the smoky haze from the Canadian fires. But yeah, just get out, get a little exercise by walking. It's not a big deal. We're not going to sit on the couch and be couch potatoes or sit in a chair and be chair potatoes. With technology these days, the old excuse of, well, there's this show I wanted to watch, so I didn't exercise, I didn't get out and take that walk. With technology the way it is today, most stuff is available on demand, especially if you're watching a show on Netflix. You can pull that up anytime. So don't use that as an excuse why you don't get out and walk. Walking is free, doesn't cost you any monthly membership, and it's great for your cardiovascular health. It's good for your heart. Yep. So anyway, we're just around the corner from July 1st, starting the challenge. Now, one of the things that I've decided to do on this challenge is, as far as seasonings go, I'm just going to be using Redmond's real salt for my seasonings. Oh wow, look at all the birds. You see them? No? There were a lot of birds that just went over. But I'm going to eat ruminant animals. I'm going to eat butter, bacon, and eggs. And I still want to hear your comments about this. I'm thinking about turning this into an ASS challenge as well. ASS on the end of the BBBE. And small seafood, like sardines, anchovies, mackerels, shrimp. So I'm kind of liking that idea. I like the fact that Dr. Berry just came out the other day and said if he could go back in time, like I told you in the previous video, he'd go back and put seafood into it, small seafood. So I think we're going to do that, but I want to hear what you guys have to say first before I make a final decision. And you can do it any way you want. I'll just make a decision for myself because that's what we do. We make our own decisions. We don't need people to make decisions for us. No. We are free people. We make our own choices. And yes, those choices have led to poor health for the majority of us. But that's because we were lied to all these years. The research was falsified, paid off by the sugar companies to incorrectly show that cholesterol was the leading cause of heart disease, when in fact it's been sugar the whole time. But now we have sugar in just about every processed product out there. Coincidence? No. Money, greed, power. I'm not even going to start on that rant because that one really irritates me. I just really wish that we had been told the truth while we were growing up so that we wouldn't be in poor metabolic health. Did you know that human beings were designed to live approximately 120 years? The current humans were designed to live 120 years. That's just mind-blowing. So if people are dying in their 60s and 70s on average, we've been getting half a life. Don't you feel a little robbed? I do. That's why I'm getting some of that back. If I can, I'm going to try and make it to 120. Can I? I don't know. Will any of us be here still? Who knows? Things change all the time. But if I can help it, I'm going to stick around as long as I can. And I'm going to do my damnedest to get the healthiest that I can. Going carnivore, I reversed all the medical conditions I've had. From gout to IBS, sore leg from driving. I drive up to 11 hours a day. So now I have no inflammation whatsoever, anywhere. I don't have brain fog like I used to. I don't get tired. I don't lay in bed in the morning when my alarm goes off to get up and just look at it and hit the snooze or just sleep through it and then have to rush like I used to have to do all the time because I just didn't feel like getting up. Now, I have more energy than I've ever had in my entire life. And oftentimes, I wake up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, sometimes even earlier, and I am fully charged and ready to go for the day. It's just incredible the energy you get doing carnivore. Night and day. Night and day. It is so refreshing to wake up refreshed, rejuvenated, fully charged. I sleep deep. I have dreams. So I'm getting the good, healthy sleep. Yeah, I may only get 4 or 5 hours of sleep, but that's all I seem to require. My body just knows when it's time to get up. And it's ready to go. That's the whole point. And at night, sometimes it's difficult for me to fall asleep because I have so much energy. But once I finally do, then I sleep really well. I don't get up all night to pee in the middle of the night like I used to. And let me tell you, being a truck driver, that is a pain in the ass. No, carnivore has changed my life completely. It's given me a whole new lease on life, and it can do the same for you too. Am I perfect in everything that I do with carnivore? No. Have I been learning along the way as I go? Just like you? Yes. We're humans. We make mistakes and we learn. That's what we do. We have that ability to learn. We have that thing called a mind, and when we give it the fuel that it needs and the things it needs to function, mainly ketones, not carbohydrates, it runs a lot better. Same with our hearts. It's like we're putting super unleaded into our system instead of unleaded. Yeah, I know I'm holding this weird. The one I usually use is somewhere in my truck. I'm just not sure where right now. I gotta go find it. But this seems to work. Just hold it out a little bit, bring it in, hold it out, bring it in, hold it out. I know. What can I say? I try to make these somewhat interesting. Now, as you can tell, I still have a little bit of the chin left I want to get rid of. And I will. Some of it's gone away already. It just takes time. It takes time to damage your body over decades. So, expecting an immediate fix, it's out of the question. However, do people notice results starting within 30 days of going carnivore? Yes. And I wouldn't pay attention to the scale. I wouldn't use the scale as your sole registering source of how you're tracking your progress. Because I've got to tell you something. When you go carnivore and you're eating all the fatty red meat, your muscles are getting those nutrients. Your muscles are getting what they need, the building blocks they need to grow. And you are going to grow muscle without any effort. And I can honestly say that because I've done it. I'm still doing it. It's just incredible, the power of carnivore. But anyway, I do need to get a few things done before I turn in. I got to get up super early and go pick up my load, head to Georgia. I got 2 stops in Georgia. So I hope you all have a great one, and we will catch you in the next video. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe to this channel, like the video, share it with your friends, and hit the notification bell so that you know when I upload a video. And I will try and upload these as much as I can out here. Luckily, I use Verizon. I have unlimited data, so it appears to let me do what I need to do. Everyone have a great night, and we will talk to you soon.